was what was best for business. We, the people, believe in the shield. Follow the buzzer. I'm the best in the world. The kid to dig that sucker. And that's the bottom line because Coco said so. Have a nice day. You're welcome. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
You are listening to K-5 Wrestling Radio on CAE Network.
And this is when he's supposed to start.
K-5 Wrestling. I'll be your fat co-host, David Kocotos from Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com, and from Primetime Entertainment. That's what it is, right, guys?
Martin, you're echoing really bad.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
I'm not echoing.
It was echoing out of you. Wait, you broke it all up. Ruined it all. Ruined the whole intro.
Well, all I know is this. You ready? You ready? About three things. One, Blog Talk Radio has the most intimidating countdown ever. Like, I'm like, oh, dude, it's a podcast. There's nothing to be worried about. If I mess up, oh, well. And then, like, it's like, you have 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm not ready, Dad. And second thing is, I haven't done radio in forever, so we haven't had an intro, but we also haven't had a drunk guy at running the controls. I just remember it being in radio, people would just be like, all right, go. Wait, no, hold on, I hit the wrong button. Please wait. So so I'm here at K-5 Wrestling Radio. We decided world premiere. What a better night to premiere than Happy Mother's Day. So we're like, you know what? Happy Mother's Day. This is a niche show about pro wrestling towards orphans.
What better to do for your mom?
Orphans for listening.
Wait, how come people can't just show their mom the show and have their mom listen with them? Mr. T promoted it.
This is family friendly. So what? I thank you for all the moms listening and the orphans.
Are we really family friendly?
No, absolutely not. We're rated R. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say some vulgar stuff that gets me in trouble. I know Dave is, and it's to say that on you. And we're joined tonight by Martin Dunn, formerly known as Martin Marvel.
Huh.
How you doing tonight, Martin?
I don't know who Martin Marvel is, but, I mean, sounds pretty awesome.
Look at that K-5 bastard. Like he thinks he's Clark Kent or some shit.
I don't know who Martin Marvel is.
So, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. This has just gone awkward.
I've been dying. The problem is, we had 3 or 4 different talks where the 3 of us bullshitted this week. But we had to keep going. No, we can't talk about that yet. We gotta wait to talk about that.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. Anyone who's done Blog Talk Radio, the braver person than me. That countdown freaks me out. I know that, but our intro has cured ADD. Prior to that intro, I was like, you know what? I can't stay focused. And our intro is like blah 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 blah, every catchphrase ever. So appreciate it. So we're gonna break this show down. How are we doing this? We're gonna talk Raw. We're gonna talk Kane. Let's talk Raw. Let's talk Kane.
Let's bring up a subject that's near and dear to our hearts. About I want to bring it up right now before we get to any kind of WWE talk. Let's talk about the fact that AJ Styles beat Okada.
Ooh.
You know what? I read about this on YouTube, and dude, okay. First off, I honestly think that the wrestling god Terry Funk is against me because I don't even know what to rant about more. I'm just so angry. In New Japan, AJ Styles is the champ, IWGP champ. Okay, and I love AJ Styles. I absolutely love AJ Styles. I got to watch him back in the IPW, NWA Florida, NWA Wildside days. I got to watch him out TNA. Been a huge TNA fan. It's been very, very hard to be a TNA fan as of late. And, I'm a huge New Japan fan. If I'm a fanboy of anything, it would be New Japan. And Okada is the best damn pro wrestler in the world. And Prince Devitt was going up for it, but to WWE. Then he left, okay? And then AJ comes in, takes the leader role of the Bullet Club. And they TNA this up. They give the title in a shenanigans type run-in bullshit match. The IWGP title means more than New Japan. It means more than AJ Styles. It means more than Okada. It means more than the Bullet Club. They do some fucking scoopity-doo friggin', oh my god, I'm so angry. They do some bullshit fucking finish. AJ wins the title. Then they go to Ring of Honor. I'm beyond angry, but you know what? I'm like, hey, dude, you know what? Maybe AJ Styles will be a great champ. I'm finally getting over this. And then I go watch the ROH pay-per-view on Ustream. Best $15 you'll ever spend. Hopefully next pay-per-view is even better. Maybe we'll talk about that pay-per-view a little bit later. But then Okada goes in a tag team match and fucking loses again. And I fucking just lost my shit. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Why? The title's not even on the line. Why did Okada...
Fedor now. He's Fedor now.
He is Fedor. You know, it just fucking pisses me off beyond belief. And I don't know what they're thinking. Like, what are they absolutely thinking? And the one thing, even though I absolutely love the pay-per-view, the one thing is, New Japan look like such bitches by the book. So I hope next week they make it a little more fair. It's just, why would Okada lose the title to some random star over? This ain't TNA. This ain't, hey, we just got you on television, come here and win the title. It's New Japan. It's WGP. They just handed AJ Styles the title. And man, I just wish they built a feud and stuff. But then they go to America, and you're like, all right, it's a tag team match. Who gives a shit? No, Okada loses, and then at the end, it's Elgin and Styles looking face for the IWGP title next on pay-per-view, and out of nowhere, I never know Okada would be so tall. Okada looks like Manu Bull compared to these guys. Just walks up and he does nothing. He looks like he's lost. He looks like he's lost his keys. He just comes up and he's like, hey, guys, you know, that title used to mean something about a week ago. I'm glad you guys are going to defend it. Man, it's such crap. I don't even hate AJ Styles. I just hate the booking of this. And it's such a slap in the face to Prince Devitt.
Makes me want AJ Styles. Didn't Prince Devitt leave?
Yeah, he left, but he was the leader of the Bullet Club. Basically, they're like, you know, it's a gaijin foreign type NWO almost. You know, it's just a Bullet Club comes in, and it's like, oh, will there ever be another foreign champion? You know, after Brock Lesnar basically screwed everybody. And then they build this up, and everyone's like, yeah, this is the foreign champion we can get behind. He's like, yeah, I just signed with WWE. And they just, pull some random TNA star. I'm so angry. I'm sorry, HA. I'm sorry to the Styles family. I'm just so fucking angry. They just pull a random fucking TNA guy and be like, you know what? You're the fucking champion now. You know what? Let's go to America and still make Okada look like a bag of ass. I just don't get it.
This is the next part of this big thing I'm trying to get. Dave, we're just starting right off with a rant from Dave here. All right, this is a big thing. I told Rob about this. Rob is absolutely blind in the dark, and I think we should give people the insight. Obviously, me and Dave both are lifelong wrestling people. We both have promoted wrestling. I was a former pro wrestler myself, and Dave ran one of the hottest companies in the state. There's a lot of stuff like that going on. We both, obviously we've got a million stories. Whereas Rob has been watching wrestling since January, right, Rob?
Dude, I quit watching wrestling when I was a kid, and then, I just started watching WrestleMania.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Let's say Rob literally has been watching wrestling since WrestleMania then. So that's last month.
Basically.
Okay, so we have a 1 month fan with nothing.
Yeah, and I would have watching
on TV.
if it were not for the Shield being so goddamn awesome.
Okay. Well, listen, we had this conversation tonight, Dave, and I just saw it. You see that Kenta going to the Fed?
Yes. I talked about that on YouTube too.
I gotta cover this with you. What the fuck are they gonna do? Because they made CM Punk into Kenta.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but also Daniel Bryan has a couple of his finishers. I have no idea. We might as well say WWE is one of the most publicly traded racist companies I've ever seen in my life. I think Hugo Boss looked like a great non-racist company. They look like Abercrombie and Fitch look like non-racist companies. Oh, fashion jokes on a pro wrestling show that one would understand. Yay, fashion history. Okay, moving along. But they're one of the most racist companies ever.
Comes from a guy that I've never ever. Hold on, real quick. Fashion comments coming from Dave Koco. I never ever seen Dave in person not wearing a New York Giants jersey.
Really? You like that?
No, Giants. Tokyo Giants.
Oh, okay.
I'm a huge Tokyo Giants fan. The New York Giants, they can go to hell.
Whatever.
I like the names.
It's all the same to me. Giants are Giants. So anyway,
yeah. There was, just for one weird, there was a year, I think maybe, remember when the Giants won the Super Bowl? There was a year that the Giants won the Japan World Series, the San Francisco Giants won the World Series, and the New York Giants won the Super Bowl. So the year the Giants won the Super Bowl was like the year of the Giants. And I was like, you know what? That's a good. I'm surprised the Big Show didn't win the title, but it was a good year for Giants.
So back to the topic at hand here. We got to cover this. So Kenta, all of his moves and even kind of his look and style, they had CM Punk take over and CM Punk first came in. Now Punk, as got more famous and moreover, was able to kind of work in a lot of older stuff. But at the end of the day, he still kept doing the go to sleep, still kept doing a lot of his stuff. What the fuck is Kenta going to actually do?
You know what? Where I was going with
maybe they'll bring that dragon dude from when I was kid.
Ricky the Dragon
Ultimo Dragon?
Yes.
Ultimo Dragon or Ricky? Oh, okay. I was going to say, because they brought back both of them, and they both are gone already.
No. I mean, they're just going to bring back... Kenta's just going to wear the outfit.
Well, this is what scares me with WWE is that they are clearly racist when it comes to Japanese wrestlers, even foreign wrestlers, and no one from Japan has really benefited from going to WWE. Tenzai, who pretended to be Japanese, he got Yotatsu, who's a great pro wrestler, but most pro wrestlers don't know that because WWE doesn't even know that. Then you know a lot of people say about the Great Muta. The Great Muta was WCW. So and we've had great wrestlers bomb on the WWE stage. Ultimo Dragon bombed on the WWE stage, and so did Sin Cara. Because a lot of people on the internet make Sin Cara, and I get fucking completely angry. They know nothing about lucha. Sin Cara, the original Sin Cara who got fired. Was Mystico, and Mystico was the Michael Jordan of lucha. So I see all these fucking people online be like, I'm a huge lucha fan. Fuck Sin Cara. And I was just like, you know what? I just hope you die. But so some of them on big stage, I'm really worried about Kenta because, he's a smart guy. He can wrestle. And he's Asian.
He's a Japanese Punk.
What if that's why they're doing the WLC matches to get ready for Kenta?
I hate you with all that. But all three of those things.
He's no smaller. Hold on. He's no smaller than He's not.
Well, he's small for WWE standards. I mean, he's no Batista. He's no Cena.
Well, he's no smaller than Punk or Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, but they at least what? This guy's Asian, small, and can wrestle.
Wait,
and all three of those things. Hurt you in WWE.
Isn't that Devin guy though coming over with him?
Yeah, Prince. There's really strong rumors that everyone no, it's just a rumor. But when 99% of people say it's a very strong rumor, he's coming. So everyone reported Devin's coming too. And about a year ago,
tag team. Just
yeah.
Japan.
You know who they won't book? They probably will never get in there though. They'll probably never because that dude keeps losing matches.
Fuck you, man.
That's fuck you. That's a low blow.
So here, all right. Speaking of going to WWE, should Kurt Angle return to WWE?
Dude, I would love to see Kurt Angle back.
I want to see Kurt Angle come back so bad. Just have like a giant run.
Dude, they
like,
should just make Kurt Angle come back, have a badass run, and then end it with him and Brock Lesnar in an actual match.
We already saw him and Lesnar fucked it up and broke his neck.
Yeah, I know. Let's go to a recap.
Yeah, and not only but they fought the IWGP title. Back in the day, it was a pretty decent match.
Dude, I want to ask though, like, why was the Extreme pay-per-view so fucking softcore? Like, where were the thumbtacks? Why wasn't there any blood?
Anymore.
Why wasn't anyone dying? How come no one fell off like a second story cage round?
They don't do stuff anymore.
Why? They
went PG because Benoit killed his family, and that meant, hey, Superstar kills his family, we better not use thumbtack bleed anymore. And they're like, yes, everything's right in the world. And sadly,
dude, they'll stop a match. They will stop a match, and no lie, like in the middle of a match, they'll stop it, and then whenever they stop it, you can ask Dave here, he'll tell you, they'll actually go in and they'll like Vaseline like the cut, and then they'll go back to the match.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I saw the first blood I've seen since I came back was during Roman Reigns' match afterwards, after he got powerbombed and he had blood in his mouth. And I was like, look, there's actually blood again. Not much, but it's there.
That's because it was real blood.
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, the hard way.
They used to like have like razor blades and their fans and they would cut themselves, and that was. I saw that movie, The Wrestler, Mickey Rourke, and that's what he.
That's pretty much. They call it gigging.
Gigging?
No, what's so funny about this conversation? There's some guy who's wrestled 3 matches, fucking, and he's flipping out, going, "Oh my God, he's giving away the business."
He said gigging on the air.
They have respect. Imagine if any other form of entertainment was like pro wrestling. Like, motherfucker, okay, we do it with mirrors and bottoms. How dare you fuck up the diamond out of the head?
Dude, can you imagine if movie actors acted that way? And you're like, wait a minute, Chris Evans isn't actually Captain America? What the fuck's wrong with you? Why would you tell everyone that? Are you crazy? Tony Stark totally exists. It's not Robert Downey Jr. He really does fly around in a fucking suit of armor. God.
I don't know. I always find it funny. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Kenta and Angle real quick. And Prince Devitt. We did a show, and we said who's the best wrestlers in the world. And Kenta and Prince Devitt. Prince Devitt was top 3. Kenta was top 5. And to me, it's just amazing that some of the best wrestlers in the world are getting under WWE contracts. I just hope they don't mess it up, because if they mess up Kenta, a little part of me inside is gonna die.
What if Kenta joins the Shield?
Dude, I don't even know.
They're never gonna join anyone else with the Shield. It's a dying concept. They're gonna kill it off.
No, if they kill it off,
this show is canceled.
That would be very stupid. There's no reason to kill Shield.
Well, they were going to kill him for WrestleMania, but the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn said they wanted one more match, so they changed it all around. So, in some small way, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn kept the Shield alive, plus people love them too much.
Degeneration X, keeping them alive.
Yep, so you can thank them. So, thank you, Billy Gunn. There was, and these are just rumors, take it for what they were, but there are rumors that, Roman Reigns is the next Golden Boy.
I'm a madman!
I had to do that for him.
Sorry. He's the next Golden Boy. He's the next John Cena. So there was rumors, and take it for what they are, rumors, that Roman Reigns was going to leave, and they were going to bring someone up in NXT to try to keep the old going on. But who knows
I think that the smartest thing they could do with the Shield is, like, you don't have to break them up. They're a really popular stable. Why break up? You could just have them start doing their own solo thing and come out to help each other whenever people interfere, shit like that. Like, they don't have to. You don't have to keep doing 3-3 all the goddamn time. Hell, you could have Ambrose and Rollins are entertaining as shit when they do high-flying shit together. Why not make them make a run for the tag team titles?
No, I feel like, honestly, like, I really do feel like the Shield's gonna run its course, and I would much rather see Ambrose and Rollins be able to wrestle each other.
See, because I want to see them as a tag team. I think they would be an insanely entertaining tag team.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna break your heart a little bit here. And Dave, in my experience, this is heavy. The Shield's gonna get broken up, Rob. It's gonna happen.
No, there's no reason. I swear to God,
the
I
Shield
will
is gonna get
burn the
broken up.
building.
I'm gonna make you even sadder when you find out what's gonna happen next.
I will go up to Triple H and I'll be like, you were my favorite when I was a kid. You were the chosen one.
Hold on, listen. Please let me finish the thing here. If you think I'm wrong, Dave, if you think I'm wrong, please disagree, but I know you're going to agree with me. What they're going to do is they're going to push Roman Reigns really hard, and Ambrose is going to stay card, and he's going to get over so much, he's going to be where, like, Bryan and Punk went. Because he's talented. Rollins is going to be in, like, a Batista where people are like, what the fuck, and Rollins will get cut within a year.
First off, Roman Reigns
this is
has not really wrestled that much on his own. They've really protected him. With that said, I absolutely hate the fucking three-headed monster that has been in charge of wrestling for a while, pro wrestlers wise.
Are you counting Triple H as Smith?
John Cena, Randy Orton, and Batista, I think. Well, I can't think of three worse wrestlers. I think if you blindfold Roman Reigns, get him drunk, spin him around, he'll still have a better match than those three. So,
dude, not only that. Come on, that top 10 fucking spears thing you showed me that the WWE did of Reigns. Dude, there's some sick spears in there.
The only reason his spear looks so good is because he stole Rhino's gore.
Don't care. Rhino stole Goldberg's spear.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Fuck you, Rhino.
No. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Rhino.
Hey, you fixed this for us. You're
Goldberg.
the deciding factor. Goldberg's spear versus Rhino's gore.
Goldberg wins every time. Wait, are we talking Goldberg now, or are we talking Goldberg during this streak?
We'll say their spears and their price. I'm an ECW fan. I have to go Rhino.
Yep.
And that's it.
You're a traitorous son of a bitch, Dave.
Sorry,
I tried to get Kenta into the Shield, and you do this to me.
Let me win some points here. Roman Reigns is pretty damn sexy. He might be the best. All right, does that make you feel better?
That's a little bit better.
All right, and the thing with the Shield, I don't care if they stay together, but right now they're cool. You know, and WWE sucks at booking faces. They're like, oh, here's a cool heel, here's a cool tweener, and face is like, hey, kids, dun, dun, dun. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm worried the Shield, if it becomes a face, just won't be cool anymore. So I hope they stay either tweeners or heels, because I don't think WWE has booked a cool, using that phrase loosely, face in a real long time. When was the last time there was a cool face? You had Stone Cold, The Rock, and
Edge. I think Edge was a pretty good face.
Fuck you. I love Edge, but it wasn't fucking cool. He fucking humped the mat. Fuck you. I'm a Christian. I don't know. I don't want to hate on Edge. I don't want to hate on Edge, but really, I'm like a cool face. Stone Cold, The Rock, and you're like Edge. He came out and humped the freaking mat. That's cool. Sorry.
Dude, what about that dude Rishiki? What happened to him? Why doesn't he wrestle?
He runs indies out of California-ish. I don't know. He did a territory league that I never heard of after the first couple shows.
Like they fuck up and they have to go to the office and he just fucking stink faces them, like to make sure no one ever want to fuck up for him.
He does make appearances on WWE television because he's with the Usos. So every now and then he'll dance with the Usos, or if they do like Scotty Too Hotty return or something.
Oh,
You know the Usos are his kids, right?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't.
Yeah.
How come they don't do this face?
I don't know.
Because it's a fucking dumb move.
No, that was hilarious. Just because he kept getting people to agree to let him do it.
They paid a lot to do it, probably.
Like Triple H just sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, Triple H, you know what really sell this match? If I rub my ass on your face." Triple H like, let's do it. It's good for business.
How many people do you got like pink eye from that?
A lot.
No, here's the thing. Honestly, though, I think what was actually worse was Vince McMahon making people kiss his ass.
Well, I mean, they
I
were
don't
doing
know.
it backstage anyways.
Yeah, to me, like nothing really offends me except bad writing. Like,
so in the case of bad writing offending you, what did you think of the Kane See No Evil 2 storyline?
Kane the person is really smart. Kane the wrestler is pretty damn good for a big guy. Kane the character is the most funny, and not even just this week. Throughout the history of pro wrestling, Kane might be the most embarrassing wrestler ever. I told this story.
I don't know. There's no decline.
No, fuck that. Kane is worse.
Steve Kern alone.
Steve Kern's a gentleman. I can't say anything bad about Steve Kern, but yeah, I remember my daughter was born, and I snuck out like a good father because when Raw was on, and my wife was sleeping, my baby was sleeping, and dude, every time I tell a story, I have to throw someone under the bus. St. Petersburg General in St. Petersburg, Florida, worst fucking nursing staff ever. Every father that's ever gone there fucking hates you. At least when we had my daughter. I never had the St. Petersburg General Hospital was walking distance to my house. We never went again. We always went to Tampa General or fucking near the Tropicana Fields. Dude, it's the worst fucking hospital ever. I mean, the dads were in the fucking room watching Raw, and I was there first, and they're like, okay, I watched this as a kid. And then we bitched fucking forever how horrible these nurses are. Worst fucking nurses ever, dude. Like, for real, I almost want to sell my fucking kid. Like, listen, dude, I was all for being a parent until I met the St. Petersburg General nurses. They're fucking horrible human beings. I hope they improved. If you have a choice to go to any hospital in Florida, especially if you're delivering a baby, never go to St. Pete General. Anyway, back on track. So we're watching wrestling, and it's the fucking Kane is about to marry Lita. And everyone is laughing because the nurses are like, what? You're watching television? Your kids are never going to do an Ivy School. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. They're sleeping. Leave the fuck alone. But, some of the dads were scared. Like, wow, my daughter has to go to Princeton. So it was me and this one dad. And he's like, I haven't watched this in forever. And they were showing Kane going to marry Lita. And I said, listen, I'm a pro wrestling fan, and what's going to happen next is so fucking embarrassing. I don't want to be one that doesn't watch pro wrestling. He's like, no, I got to see this. I'm a pro wrestling fan to be embarrassing. This is going to be good. I paid $20 to change the channel. Kane, by far, has the worst fucking storylines, plot holes. It's just a fucking embarrassment. And I feel bad for the guy, because the guy's really smart.
He's an awesome wrestler, dude. Like, when he's on, he is on.
Big guy. Let's not throw awesome around.
Dude, suicide dives at his size back when he was like 90s. The way he was moving, oh my god.
Yeah, but he's the worst. And this week was absolute fucking garbage.
I don't know if it was worse, the storyline with Kane, because Kane didn't really do like his really stupidly written part bad. Honestly, I felt like it was Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella that were just horrible.
It's funny you say that because Dirk had a couple opinions about the Brie Bryan storyline, and he feels like a lot of it from a fan perspective. From a fan perspective, instead of like we already know it's kind of bullshit. From a fan perspective, Bryan doesn't look like a bitch. He's just trying to protect his wife from this crazy guy that's his former best friend, and he can't reason with him.
Oh, no, I didn't think he looked like a bitch. I just thought, like, the whole acting of the horror scene was just like, okay, this is mediocre spot.
See No Evil Part 2. I mean,
and Brie Bella as a scream queen is atrocious.
Well, I think she's pretty much horrible at everything. I don't think.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure if we ask Bryan Danielson, he might give us a different opinion on certain things.
He might be really good at a few things. She's good.
Not a possibility. But when I was watching this, I remember I'm such a super fan of Daniel Bryan that I remember going, okay, it's not going to be that bad.
Well,
maybe it's not that bad. Like every segment, I was denying it. Like it was like, Mommy came home and has a drinking problem, and you're like, Mommy don't have a drinking problem, but you come home every day with your friends from school, and it gets worse and worse. And by the third segment, Mommy was completely naked, passed out in her puke. It just was. I mean, I didn't want it to be bad. I was like, no, it's bad, but it won't be that bad. And by third segment, I was like, this is the most horrible fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, hold on.
Hello?
Yeah, no,
All
you guys.
Well,
I thought you guys were going to keep going.
Here we go. I got something for us. Quick, on the spot. We're going to do something on the spot right now. Because it came.
Right.
Made me think of something. Off the top of your head, I mean, you don't put any thought into it. Name the most underrated WWE wrestler of all time, dude. Number one.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, all time.
You're not going to say fucking Roman Reigns. He's getting a push right now. You sound stupid.
Dean Ambrose.
Former U.S. champion. You're failing at this.
That's wrong.
What Dave? Me and Dave will go first, and then you think about it, buddy.
Of all time, this is really tough because back in the 80s and stuff, they had some long title runs.
WWE.
WWE. All right, WWE.
Not WWE.
I'm just gonna go on the top of my head. Recently, Yoshitatsu. Maybe all time off the top of my head, Shelton Benjamin. I thought the storyline they did with Shelton Benjamin was absolutely horrible. The fact that he never won the title. I just remember I was in St. Petersburg, and I have friends that happen to be black, and we were watching together, and they well, I don't know, how do you say it as a white guy? You're like, oh, my friends, the African Americans? Yeah, and then you're like, no, I'm from fucking Cuba, asshole. And you're like, oh, man. So
I just, why is being black relevant?
Well, because hold on, they were watching. We were in St. Petersburg. We were watching it, and Shelton Benjamin. They did the real racist storyline, and I know with Triple H, and everyone thought there's no way they're going to do this racist storyline with this great wrestler, and Triple H is going to go over, and they didn't, it was so funny because, they didn't even fucking rage. They didn't even get angry. They just got up, and I'm being sarcastic, but they packed up their stuff quietly. They got up, it's good day, sir. And I know, out of the people, no one ever watched WWE again. It was over. It was like, boop, 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 good day, sir. And the big excuse of WWE defenders is he can't cut a promo. But then Jack Swagger wins the world title a couple years later, and you're like, well, Shelton Benjamin can't win the title, but Jack Swagger can? Go fuck yourselves.
Right.
And then I started packing up my stuff because I'm at the same wing house from fucking 10, 20 years ago. And I'm like, good day, sir. So usually...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Usually it's really talented wrestlers that they push into the spotlight and get crushed. Another one that I'm thinking of, Umaga. Umaga, to this day, everyone's like, oh, one of John Cena's best matches ever was against Umaga. And I'm like, no, John Cena literally ruined that guy's career. They ruined his line. John Cena had a guaranteed title shot, and the next pay-per-view, he won the Umaga match, and then you win the title. So why not have a great match against Umaga, have Umaga win, so you win the title, you can go feud him as a monster, and then beat him. But no, WWE couldn't let that happen, and I think it was one of the biggest booking mistakes of all time, and it basically ruined the Umaga character. And granted, you can get a at the end of the day, but why not help him? Why not make him a main eventer? He beat you and won, according to WWE.com, one of John Cena's best matches ever, and then you have a rematch later on. It's just stupid shit like that fucking, you already had your title shot. You already are going to win. do you really need to beat Umaga too? Oh yeah, there's moments like that where but go on. Who do you think they fucked up? The list could go on all day. I could go on a list right now of people still on the roster.
I think you're gonna love mine only because to me, this guy has been a workhorse for them. He has literally done everything, and they always come right there like, oh my God, it's gonna happen, and they just take it away. Probably paid one of the best heels we've ever seen on television, and that's William Regal.
Yeah, but in a lot of shoot interviews with William Regal, he had a drink problem, and he's like, oh, I didn't deserve it. So I don't know the timing of William Regal, but if you listen to William Regal's shoot interviews, he's a pretty humble guy, and,
Well, I know he's going to be humble about it, but, dude, be honest, like, how many times have we seen Regal go in there and give, like, 5-star matches, and then, like, put all these guys over, wins the King of the Ring, does all these different things, but never actually gets to that point. I think the most he's ever accomplished is Intercontinental Championship?
I don't know, to be honest, but yeah. I'm just gonna say I
feel like Regal needs one world championship run, even if it's just a short one, just to see. Because I won't lie, he also single-handedly saved Tajiri's career by letting Tajiri giving Tajiri a job in that sense, because they were like, we have nothing for him, and he came up with that really fucking funny storyline to where Tajiri would slowly turn on him, and then they had that awesome feud.
Yeah, that was a lot of entertainment. I wouldn't mind, but my whole thing is maybe a short title run in the UK, because sometimes with the Intercontinental and US title is when they go, and they did it with Del Rio and the World title, when they go to your country, they'll just give you a hot shot WCW type title run. So it wouldn't be bad, maybe they go to the UK, because the UK fans go absolutely crazy, and they're some of the most exciting Raws to watch is when they're in the UK. Maybe give him a 1-week title run there, and then that's how he ends his career. It would be nice.
I think that would be awesome.
They should feature other underrated wrestlers in that, though.
Yeah, they should totally. I don't know. And to be honest, thinking about it, I really do feel like Regal would have made more sense of a manager for Cesaro than Paul Heyman.
Yeah, you're probably right. But William Regal every now and then does NXT, and I don't know, he's not very clear, and that's for me. I'm the most unclear guy in the world, but I really enjoy his commentary. So, but yeah,
he'd be worse than Prince Albert.
Yeah, Prince Albert alone.
I like
How the fuck is good? He is
good. There's something about there's these big Americans, and they suck at WWE, and then they come to Japan and they're just like, oh, do whatever you want, and then they do something amazing, and then they come back to become WWE, and you're like, well, I've seen them be amazing overseas. Why aren't they amazing in your company? And then they fucking Umaga. A lot of people, I put over Umaga $1 million because people don't know how good Umaga really is if they never watched All Japan. Tenzai, Tomko, these are wrestlers that have a bad reputation in the ring. Then you go to Japan and you're just like, why the fuck? If WWE is the land of the Giants, how come the Giants are all having great matches overseas? Even Hulk Hogan, the mighty Hulk Hogan, he didn't strike out in Japan. He had one hell of a match against the Great Muta. So it's kind of like, I don't think it's the land of Giants. It's just the land of fucking not being able to wrestle.
I thought it was the land of steroids.
Yeah. So, and I just want to, I'll go back to this. Speaking of steroids, the worst transition ever. You asked me if I wanted to see Kurt Angle return earlier in the show. And Kurt Angle was probably my favorite wrestler for such a long time. And when it comes to Kurt Angle and CM Punk, guys I really respect, I don't want to see them return unless they're going to be 100%. Kurt Angle has a lot of problems going on. He's complicated, I guess is the nicest way to not insult an Olympic gold medalist.
If he comes back, he won't be as complicated because he'll be happy again because he'll be wrestling in front of actual crowds.
I don't think that's the problem, but maybe. I'd love to see Kurt Angle and CM Punk return because they're favorite wrestlers, and at one time they were in the world. because the best in the world, I think, is a torch that's passed along that Okada's keeping nice and warm right now. But at one time, Kurt Angle was the best in the world, and so was CM Punk. But everyone's like, oh, they got to come back. They got to come back.
World, he wouldn't have lost to AJ Styles and then did some random tag team at a Ring of Honor review.
I would have fucking stabbed you right in the eye with a fucking pencil.
If you ask me, I mean, Okada, I would say Okada's nowhere near as good as the Shield or something, Like
definitely not as good as the Shield.
This is what I have to work with. I got on YouTube.
There is no way he's as good as the Shield. I'm sorry.
I could be on YouTube right now being yelled at how ugly I am and how they were tricked by because I'll put Monday Night Raw. Why isn't it Monday Night Raw? And I kid not, there's people on YouTube that do this fucking crazy. I could deal with that, but no, instead I'm here. This is what I have to deal with. Yeah,
when you told them you were going to start, were they like, dude, you've got to face radio?
No. I used to work in real radio. I used to work in real radio, real sports, and real television.
Oh, this isn't real enough for you. Thanks. Wait a hurt feelings.
Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. The cow was pretty fucking real. That was it. But they were like, in television, in radio, they were like, oh yeah, come on in, David Kocotos, come on in, yeah, okay, you host anything. And on television, they're like, they slowly but surely just made me a voiceover guy, and then they're like, you could be a producer, you're really talented. And then I was like, you know what? I think the only reason I'm not on television is because I'm an ugly son of a bitch.
Hey.
Like, I'm pretty...
Be a rosebud.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure, I was on television, and they gave me, this huge pay raise. And they were like, oh, now you're the producer, and you're going to do everything. Because, producing live news and live broadcasts is a very stressful job. And I got the job really quick, and then it hit me. I was like, look at all those hosts. They're some good-looking people. And I got a promotion. And I'm not on television anymore. And I'm in more spots in radio and behind the scenes. And you know what? Maybe I'm not good looking. But no, I am really ugly. But no one, I never knew I was ugly. This is going off topic. I'm sorry. I get the grandpa much.
I'll feel like a 30-minute explanation of why Dave feels that he's ugly.
No. This is like a Family Guy episode. You guys opened up. I in high school. And early days in the Marine Corps, I always dated way out of my league. Way out of my league. I'm never scared to get turned down. So, my girlfriends were always good looking. So I assumed I was good looking. That is not the case at all. So I was in the Marines, and we were training. And I remember there was this guy named B-Love. That's not his birth name. His name was B-Love. And I would just make fun of him and how fucking ugly he is. You're the ugliest son of a bitch in the world, B-Love. You're never going to get bitches like me. You're fucking ugly. And then one day, the first sergeant walked by and says, hey, what's up, B-Love? And I was like, holy shit, I'm ugly. That's how I found out. So I'd like to thank B-Love. Yeah.
Just them mistaking you for B-Love.
Because if you had confidence and you could talk in high school, you could get girls way better looking than you. And then you were a Marine and you were in town. You were like, hey, I'm confident. Look at me. I'm a Marine. You got good looking girls. So I thought I was good looking. You know what? I blame you, Mom. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Happy Mother's Day. But yeah, that's how I
Mom,
found out.
Why didn't you tell him he was ugly?
Yeah, but no, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, I'm not B-Love. I'm like, oh my God, I'm disgusting.
Hey, whoa, I'm not Oh, shit.
When I found out I'm ugly, I wanted to call people like I had an STD. I'd be like, listen, Sue, listen, Snoopy, listen, girls that I dated.
I'm worried that Snoopy was one of these girls that you dated.
Yeah,
Are you sure these were girls and just not really attractive dogs?
That wasn't her real name. That wasn't her birth name, but it was Snoopy and Kocosports. That's what they called us.
I feel like you were dating, award-winning pageant dogs or something.
I did.
Oh, yeah, this is Snoopy.
I dated a girl who got to pose in Playboy, but the whole thing is, I thought I was good looking, but I felt like calling them, like, listen, Sue, we dated in the 7th grade, and I just recently found out I'm ugly. You might want to get checked out. Like, what do you mean? Do you have an STD? No, I'm just not very attractive, and you are very good looking. So yeah, that's how I found out.
And then she's like, well, yeah, but you put that pill in my drink.
No, I'm a ladies' man.
You told me to smell this rag if I wanted to feel love.
That's the kind of you're taking it to a dark place now.
Yeah.
All right, so
ugly guys, you get good-looking girls. All
wait,
you need is confidence.
Let's talk about wrestling. Let's talk about wrestling.
All right. Speaking of ugly guys, go.
So I guess we should jump all the way back to Extreme Rules and move forward with this.
All right, you drive the bus, Martin. We're here for you.
I'm not even the host. That's
you lead the way, guest host Martin.
Like, I'm not even the host.
Well, Rob was supposed to be driving the bus.
No, I said you were going to drive the bus.
Well, you know, like, all right, Rob, you drive the bus.
This is a Dave Koco program here. Like, Dave Koco.
The Dave Koco program.
You're in charge of this podcast.
Yeah, I'm just the editor.
Rob, I think that first sergeant came by thanking you for B-Love. You just had one of those moments.
God damn it.
All right, Martin, bring up a topic.
Extreme Rules. What do you guys think about Extreme Rules? Besides Rob's really obvious joke is not sticking that he wants to stick so bad.
What joke?
That they didn't have thumbtacks and.
That's not a joke. I seriously was upset about that. You know it was. I kept messaging you that it was stupid that there wasn't any blood. Because I saw it for sure. I was like, Extreme Rules. It's going to be hardcore. It's going to be awesome. Nope. No barbed wire wrap baseball bats. No throwing people off the top of cages. Hell, I got excited when a table got lit on fire. I was like, yeah, it's going to get burnt. Over immediately, 20 dudes with fire extinguishers all over that.
Of course.
The fire extinguishers basically won that match.
Oh, good. We'll put the strap on them. Congratulations, fire extinguishers.
All right, so let's go over matches here, okay?
All right, let's
Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro and Jack Swagger.
I thought that match was boring.
I thought it was a good match.
How come there was
Jack Swagger was good.
Wasn't there more
and hey,
foreign objects?
We saw Van Daminator. We saw Rob Van Dam frog splash a trash can.
I think it might be that I just hate Rob Van Dam.
I don't understand that, but okay.
Because he always comes out and he's like, R-V-D. And all I think every time I see him is this is one conceited asshole. Someone needs to tell him
that's his gimmick.
No, someone needs to tell him he's B-Love because he's got too much ego.
I used to think RVD at one time had Okada's torch of being the best wrestler in the world. I was a huge RVD fan, and at one point in his prime, I thought he was the best wrestler in the world.
Listen,
I thought he was
when we
the
get off
coolest.
When we get off podcast, Rob, required watching for next week's show. You have to go watch.
No.
You have to go to Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn at the ECW pay-per-view. Which one was it, Rob or Dave? Do you remember?
Dude, I don't want to watch
the one that
stands there and points at himself.
No. The one where the two of them wrestled and he cracked Jerry Lynn's skull open.
That could have been every ECW pay-per-view ever.
I forget which one it was, but he gave him the Van Daminator and he fell out of the ring and landed on his head.
So he murdered him?
No, he just cracked his skull.
No. He almost
anyway,
my boat.
I gave it. I'd say let's do a 5-star, we'll say 5-star rating. I give it I don't know, 4.5, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5.
Holy shit! You're just giving out stars like candy. I would have gone trick or treating at your house.
Yeah, I
give the match 2 stars. Holy shit!
I give it.
I feel like I went to a poor man's house, knocked on the door, and got 2 giant-sized Snickers.
The only reason I say 3.5 stars. This is where I'm going with this. 3.5 stars, and this is why. once Swagger was out of the match, I thought Cesaro and RVD clicked very well together. And finishing spot was pretty sweet.
Stars for everybody. What is it, Super Mario Brothers?
I give it 2 stars. It loses 1 star automatically for the Shield in any way. That's part of my rating system. If you don't feature anyone from the Shield, or I don't hear the Shield song, you can't get over 4 stars. It's literally impossible in my system. And I feel like it's only worth 2 stars after I take that away.
All I'm gonna say is I host a play, Let's Play with my son. We haven't uploaded it yet, but we're saving them so we can have a bunch of shows. And you remind me of 8-year-old son. Like, we have dad versus son video games, and if he wins, no matter how good or bad the game is, it gets 5 stars. But if he loses, it only gets 1 star. I think you're rating these matches like you're an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, well, maybe I am. I am.
All right, so let's just get to this. So, how many stars do you give it, Coco?
Well, hold on. I give it 3 stars, but before that, I just want to talk about RVD. I thought RVD at one time was the best wrestler in the world. I thought he was the coolest. I thought he was just the greatest. And something happened to him where he just became everything he hated.
It was probably his dick.
I think, like, if we had a time machine and we could bring young ECW RVD to here, not only would he be upset with how far his wrestling has dropped, I think he would be upset the person you've become. Like, he's basically everything RVD would hate about wrestling. So, I thought this RVD thing was, oh, fuck, we have RVD, let's throw him in somewhere. To me, I would rather see the former Real Americans go at it one-on-one. I just think RVD, like, it was like getting the girl you want, and then her fat cousin comes in for a 3-way, and you're like, do I continue this? Do I not? This is awkward. So to me, I just thought RVD is not the man he used to be, but no one is.
So how many stars would
he was just thrown in. We were like, oh, we got a spot for RVD. It was very indie-like. It was like showing up to Eklipse. You're like, hey, can I get on the card? And Martin's like, sure. Here's a feud that we've been doing for 12 years. Just go in that match. It just felt very indie-like. Like, okay, RVD is a star, but you don't really need to do that, WWE. So I'm going to give the match 3 stars because it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. But it was like, RVD... why the fuck are you here? Why is your fat cousin walking in the middle of the night? Do you keep going? Do you not? No, RVD. We don't need fat cousins. Just leave.
Thank you. Speaking the truth.
I love RVD. I think at one time he was one of the best in the world, if not the greatest wrestler in the world.
Yeah, that's old RVD. As someone who's only been watching again for a month, he sucks. He sucks.
Okay.
He's always like, or be like a big fucking retard.
Here we go. This is the big one. Next match. I don't care what Rob's rating is. I already know what he's going to say. Go ahead, Rob. Give a rating. How many stars?
No, I have to know.
Well, what is next match? Sexy? Dude, I get punched in. You're talking to 2 legit infantry members.
How
often we got punched in the head?
I'm scared to ask him because Rob can give us his pick or his star of the match for RVD match.
Yes, I did. I said 2
stars.
Oh, well, I didn't pay attention because he was too busy talking about the sheep.
No, I was explaining my rating system so that people.
You realize that every time you talk about the shield, I zone out.
Well, I guess it's good that it's only your 1 week here, you son of a bitch.
All right, handicap match: Alexander Rusev versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods.
Oh, I kind of got bored watching this.
It was like a 3-minute match.
Yeah, I got really bored. I tabbed on WWE Network and went on Reddit.
Hear me out on this. I love the fucking new Drago character. I hate handicap matches, but on top of hating handicap matches, I fucking hate handicap matches on pay-per-view. WWE, you have to learn something, okay? Is there tons of pots? Yes. Is the network $9.99 for everything a month? Yes. But there are people who pay $40 to $50 fucking dollars, and this is on your pay-per-view. Shame on you. This should be a pre-show or save for Monday Night Night Raw or Sunday Night Heat or a house show. There are people out there that either pay because, like, oh, I support the product, or have no idea how to be a pirate. And to me, every time I see something like that, I always get so fucking angry. There's some dad, hard times, working 2 jobs, hard times, taking care of his kids, hard times. His wife died of cancer, hard times. His son, Daddy, I want to watch Extreme Rules to see if the Shield can do it, hard times. And then he's like,
about Rob.
Should I eat? I hope Rob's mom didn't die of cancer, because that would be horrible, Martin. Thanks for making me fun.
I would be okay with that.
All right, so fucking, like, the dad's like, I could buy lunch, or I could skip lunch to make sure I buy this pay-per-view. Hard times. And the son, come on, Dad, I don't have a 3S. This is all I can talk about in school. And Dad's like, all right, fuck eating lunch. Let's make the little cap. And then you put on a handicap match. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. People pay for that.
1 star.
Hard times. I would give it a star. Fuck you. I'm taking my star and going home.
Yeah, no star, Dave. I give it 1 star because I like Rusev.
I like the Drago character. I like where this is going. I hope they don't fuck it up like they do every fucking monster. But with that said, some fucking poor asshole paid $40 for that.
What happened to R-Truth?
He lost.
What happened to R-Truth?
The whole little Jimmy gimmick was hilarious, and then it just disappeared.
He used to be NWA World Champion. What happened to him is that someone, this is horrible, if you are politically correct and you're like, everything offends me, why does entertainment suck? I'm offended. Please just not listen for the next 10 years. Vince McMahon got the memo he was black. He didn't know. He was like, holy shit, he's black? There's no way we can push this guy.
Cancel his
matches.
matches.
What happened to him. And with that offensive joke, I want to thank Aaron Moore of the Internet Inventory for listening to the show live. Feel free to call in. All right. Go ahead. I just figured I'd get rid of all our viewers with my outlay statement.
We don't have any viewers. We have listeners?
Listen, whatever, dude. Don't be that guy.
Hey, well, I'm just saying.
Rob, don't be that guy.
Let's get the terminology right.
Don't be that guy,
okay?
That guy.
I became already.
You know what?
So wait, do you rate that match then, Martin? Because so far we got a total 1 star.
No,
that match. That match is. It doesn't even get a third of, like, a fourth of a star. I mean, like, it's. I'm not happy about the fact that R-Truth was so over and funny and like just awesome, like horrible villain, but awesome at it. Like playing like that character for a while. And the next thing you know, he's like jobbing to random guys.
So I liked his whole conspiracy thing. I thought it was really good too. But remember, he used to do the conspiracy thing.
How do you guys rate the Diva match?
We're not getting that far. I'm going in order because I'm reading the list.
Damn it.
Okay. Intercontinental title match: Big Eve Langston versus Bad News Barrett.
I didn't care. I was still on Reddit for that match because, like, I looked and I was like, I don't know who either of these guys are, and I have no interest in the storyline of the match. I don't care.
Listen, and you might be able to whoop my ass, but know what's the advantage of being ugly? I can make you fucking ugly. You can't make me uglier. And you fucking pretty boy are fucking out of your mind. I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
The problem is, like, there's no, like, all right, if the match doesn't appeal to me, like, if I either know who the people are and have interest in the people involved, or like the story that's being done, I don't care. It's like, I'm going to do something else until this match is over.
You know what? I don't like you, sir. I do not like you one bit. Dude, this is the best storyline that WWE has done in a real long time, especially an Intercontinental title. This was the first time that 2 guys were going into a match, and I felt, wow, they both have to win. Oh, no matter who loses, whoever loses, I feel bad for. When you book a
First of all, hold on, real quick. reason that I was actually interested in the match is I really, really like Bad News Barrett. Like, I love the character. But furthermore, it made me sad because you do know this whole match was put together because Christian got hurt.
Yeah. But you know, for Christian get hurt, they really did something great because the original plan was like a 4-way.
Wait, isn't Christian that dude that used to be Edge's sidekick?
Sir, have some respect.
No, I'm serious. Isn't that who he was? Oh, he is?
Sir, I'm going to repeat the same joke because you didn't let me get it out. Sir, have some damn respect. He's still Edge's sidekick.
Edge still wrestles too?
No, Edge has been retired.
Oh.
He got hurt. I was trying to make a joke, but you know, you really fucked this shit up, dude. You blew the spot.
I'm just excited
anyway,
to talk about the Diva match.
Okay.
I enjoyed the match, and before I enjoyed the match, I actually enjoyed the booking going into the match. And I think WWE, TNA, any wrestling, when you watch a match and you want both guys to win and feel bad for the loser before the match even happens, that's booking, and that's what they did. Another member of the internet, if you're interested in listening, a listener, Rob, douchebag,
Okay.
Broncos.
So,
all right.
For me, I would give the match, like, I don't know, 2.5 stars. And this is why. Early on in the match, remember, the crowd really didn't give a fuck about Big E at all. They were all on the Barrett. They wanted him to win, obviously, because I don't know what's going on with Fed crowds lately. Like, is it the internet taking over the crowds or what? But basically, like, Barrett won with the bull hammer at the end, and I can't get excited about Big E. I think he's boring, but I'm hoping he's better.
I like E a lot. He did great stuff in NXT, and for a big man, not a tall man, but a big man, he's fine. A lot of the B guys are big, stop trying, but he really, yeah. So like he's not the perfect wrestler, but he is a big guy that can move and try. So I actually like Big E a lot, and I see a lot of potential in the future. And him in NXT was just absolutely amazing. I don't know if a lot of people did it.
Well, I will say that having Barrett win the Intercontinental title made me happy because I'd rather see him as a champion. And I'm a big fan of the babyface chase heel for the title. It's always been a thing for me. So anyway, yeah. 3.5 for me, 2.5 for me, 2.5, yeah. So what do you guys got?
I'm not going to rate because I didn't watch it because it was so boring to me.
I want to
so 0 stars from Rob. What do you got, Dave?
In-ring-wise, I say 3, but adding the booking and caring and making the Intercontinental Champion mean something, I'm going to give a bonus star. I cared about this match, and there's not many matches that do that for me anymore. So if you can make the Intercontinental title mean something, if you can make a feud where you care about both guys, to me, you get a bonus star. So I say 3, throw in a bonus star, 4. I'm feeling lucky. Just throwing out stars.
Awesome. All right, so the next two things is going to make Rob get all excited. First thing is Adam Rose made his debut.
I love Adam Rose.
He didn't wrestle anything. He just kind of came out.
Well, he hasn't wrestled yet in any of the main shit NXT.
Yeah. So I'm going to say something that Rob's not going to understand, but I feel. Doesn't it feel like Adam Rose is this year's Fandango?
A little bit. But Fandango, I think Fandango just got over because, you know, is an 80s Mike Tyson punch-out type gimmick, and WrestleMania he appeared because Jericho put him over. I'm really sad with happened in Fandango. But I'm going to say something. I'm going to be the old guy in the room. We did our K-5 when we were a child, and, you know, Rob was like, I like Adam Rose when I was a kid. Like,
well, I did not say I liked Adam Rose when I was a kid.
I'm just in your balls. You're a lot younger than me. But I am definitely the old man in the room. I'm one of those guys, if we ever go and do like a podcast on the road, everyone's be like, wow, those young guys in a pedophile put a wrestling show together. But me being the old guy of the group, I don't get it. I never really went nightclubbing. I got married when I was 17, been with the same woman since then. And, like, I feel like he's a really bad beer commercial.
What?
Like,
you shut your fucking
I don't
mouth.
get the references. I don't get anything. I'm just like, I'm expecting him to fucking pull out a beer and be like, buy Zima. I was like,
party time
what is
all
this,
the
a beer
time.
commercial?
Well, all right, listen, I'm going to tell you where to get his reference. Go watch Get Him to the Greek.
Go, is that me? I got to do it. Go.
Yeah.
But
Go watch
Get
the movie.
shit now.
Get the movie. Get Him to the Greek. That's what that's character is. It's Russ Brand from Get Him to the Greek.
Oh, I love Russ Brand, but mostly because he says stuff about rich people, and I enjoy that.
So,
Dude,
all
I
right.
don't see you guys don't just love Adam Russ.
I'm old. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Come on, when he crowds the ring, you like.
Start drinking Zima? But dude,
So-
and the thing is, I'm totally totally out in left field. I'm the only because everyone on Facebook is like, "Don't be a lemon, ha ha ha, that's great." And I was like, man, I'm fucking real late to the party on this one.
Bro,
I'm
don't
like,
be a.
all right.
Be a
I know. I
Well-
feel like an old guy. Like I
You
feel
are-
like
you're being
Rick
a
Ross
legend.
listening to fucking music. What's that?
Okay, all right,
You're a lemon.
listen. Time to talk about the sleeper match of the night. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Sleeper match of the night was Evolution versus you.
No, that's you can't skip over the Diva match. Wait, or was the Diva match?
It's not happened yet.
Oh,
It's not happened yet. It's
Whatever.
the sleeper match
Rob,
of the
you
night.
either drive the bus or you don't. You don't have to be like, hey, you're driving the bus. Let me tell you, take the left turn every 5 fucking feet. Drive bus or don't drive the bus, Rob.
Fucking back driver over here.
tried to orchestrate the buses all. That's a great
Evolution
5-star
versus
match.
Shield. Hold on, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Evolution
5-star.
versus the Shield was definitely my sleeper match tonight. What do you think, Dave?
You mean
I
I
was not expecting anything because, Triple H can go. Everyone knows that. But Randy Orton, I think, is the most overrated piece of shit ever. Like, I don't see what people like about him. He's my fucking B11. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, his fucking 90% of his match is him just looking at you like a pervert. And Batista, I love everything Dave Batista is except a wrestler. Like, when Dave Batista is in Tampa helping Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, love him. When Dave Batista's in a Marvel movie, love him. Dave Batista, pro wrestler. I'm like, dude, no. I fucking hate everything about you. So, fucking, I thought this was going to be a shitty fucking match.
Wasn't Batista,
And I was wrong.
real quick, wasn't Batista like fucking Melina in front of John Morrison or something?
It was bad. I don't know if it was in front of him, but it was definitely bad.
That's so fucked up. Anyway, all right. So Triple H had an injury the night before. You guys know that, right? Like,
No.
or at least he'd been nursed by him since WrestleMania. But I thought he looked pretty. Like, I thought he looked on. I thought they did a good job starting off the brawl at first because these guys supposed to hate each other. I think highlights of the match for me were a lot of Roman Reigns actually. Like Superman punch with Batista so stiff, like it looked like a shoot, but like fucking Superman punch. What do you think about that? Do you think it was actually a real Superman punch, Dave?
I don't know. It was awesome.
It looked
and my
really.
thing is, well, the reason I like this, like a lot of people when they go to a Magic Wrestling, they're like they have to see everything that's fake. They're like, oh, how did David Copperfield send that only to Hawaii? And they always have to do stuff like that. But to me, when I get lost in Magic or I get lost in pro wrestling and I don't know what's real and what's not, to me that's what's beautiful about the art of pro wrestling. And the fact that, I'm sitting there going, was that real? Was that not real? That's just them doing an amazing job. I know a lot of internet wrestling fans get mad if they get worked over or something, but to me, if I lose myself in the match and don't know and forget fucking everything. To me, that's what makes a 5-star match. Going, oh my God, is this real? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's very few times the older you get that magic and pro wrestling and stuff along that line, you lose yourself. You're not even looking for it to be fake or you're looking for the magic, the trick anymore. You're just like, this is amazing. And I think this is one of those matches that were like that. I give this match 5 stars, and to me,
what do you guys think of this? I just want to point out a couple things that's out as a wrestling fan. First of all, Dean Ambrose running across the tables to tackle Triple H into the crowd was fucking awesome.
It was badass. The jump
the
off
pedigree
the
RKO like double like gimmick that Reigns took from Triple H and Orton was pretty solid. What was it? I guess like that's it, but definitely like don't know where this was going. First of all, Reigns escaping the Batista bomb and then like hitting that sick ass spear for the finish. Like I will give him that. It was like one of the best spears since Rhino and ECW. But the biggest thing, obviously, everyone talks about is Rollins doing the New Jack thing. I think I loved this match and gave it a 5-star for this reason, and I still agree, Dave. This entire match made me think of ECW. It was the most Extreme Rules match in the whole card.
It was so badass. I fucking love that match. Like, so much that happened outside of the ring and just in the audience, and they dove off the second level on it. Like, seriously. The only thing that I think could have made that match better, the only thing, other than thumbtacks, would have been if instead of having Ric Flair come on in the week leading up to it, it waited and announced, like, near the start of the pay-per-view, oh, hey, by the way, Ric Flair's going to be the special judge. And Evolution thought Ric Flair was in their pocket, and then he fucked him over. That would have been there. But it's still 5 stars. That would have put it up to 6.
It's because Freddie Prinze Jr. writes their storylines. All right, so...
hold on, there's something I can say about Flair. Woo! I believe if you go online and say something over and over and over, it will happen. I think Okada needs to come to Japan. Take 2. Okada has to come to WWE and Ric Flair be his mouthpiece.
Dude, that would
I just think such money in that.
That would be great. Everyone would be like, so what do Okada say? Woo! Woo!
And you know what? Take my money. Take my fucking money. But yeah, this is a 5-star match, and it was absolutely amazing and shocked me.
Match. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Steel cage match, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
You know what? I used to be a John Cena hater. I just feel him different. I don't even like watching his match. But he's afraid of fucking kids.
I'm gonna tell you guys.
Fuck John Cena.
Yeah,
like I don't even hate him.
It's a kid thing. Like, why are you afraid of a kid?
I'm gonna tell you guys this, and it's probably gonna shock the fuck out of Rob. I give it 1 star.
It doesn't because it wasn't a good. Like, it was so shitty.
No. All right, hold on. Let me tell you why. Okay, I've enjoyed the fuck out of the build up to this match. Like, I really have enjoyed the build up.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a problem with cage match stipulations, mainly because if we won at WrestleMania, right, the cage match would have made sense because, you know, it keeps the guys out and John Cena's safe from the Wyatt family and whatever. But instead, it didn't make any sense. And then, like, they just played that whole, like, factor too much. But the biggest thing for me is that I didn't see the point of it if they're not going to John Cena, like, bring out the monster.
I thought that was what they were going to do, and then, like, when it didn't happen, it's just like, so Bray just walks out?
And you see all this Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff he does. There's no way they're going to turn him heel. And then, like, to make me even more annoyed about it is that Bray is just being wasted, you know? Because if you want to elevate Bray with John Cena, then Bray needs to beat John Cena or bring out, like, this monster that they keep talking about.
Yeah.
You can't John Cena go over in this angle. It's just going to bury Bray Wyatt at that point.
Do you know what they should do? Bray should learn to control Kane. That's the only way to make the stupid Kane character actually redeemable.
That actually is a good idea, if this whole thing is Bray Wyatt.
Like, if Bray fucking starts controlling Kane and, like, Kane's his puppet, then I'd be like, all right, I get I'm okay with Kane now.
All right, so
hold on. Time out, my fellow friends. I want to throw poop in both your faces. Kane and Cena just need to fucking go away.
I don't disagree.
Bray Wyatt is absolutely fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But this match never happened. To me, John Cena just doesn't exist. I don't even fucking hate him. It just doesn't exist. I don't fucking watch it. I don't, like, it's gone past hate. Like, I don't, like, because, hate means I have feelings for him. Nothing. There's nothing there. He just doesn't fucking exist.
So would you say 0 stars?
No. N.A. Not even 0 stars. 0 stars means it happened. Did not happen. It just didn't happen to my universe. It gets N.A. And I just want to say something. Fuck you, John Cena, for putting Bray Wyatt over on fucking WrestleMania. And not only that, but there's going to be people out there, and there's people on YouTube, podcasts, internet land, be like, well, he's going to get the win back at Mania next month. Fuck you. And this is why I say fuck you, is because John Cena, has his WrestleMania moments. Like when everyone out in Detroit and they had to louder his music. Oh, what a WrestleMania moment. We'll remember that forever. But John Cena has his WrestleMania moments. And everyone's like, oh, if Bray Wyatt loses, who gives a fuck? He'll get the win back. But not to steal a line from Lee Corso. Not fast, my little friends. At WrestleMania, the podcast break down wrestling season. They break down old WrestleManias. No one breaks down old Extreme Rules. No one says, hey, here's fucking Extreme Rules fucking last year. Let's say the great moments. Let's talk about the greatest moments in the Extreme Rules. Do that. So those fuckers that are defending John Cena, like, oh, he's just going to get a win back. No, it doesn't matter, because if you fucking think that, then next year you are obligated to break down the best Extreme Rules moments.
Okay.
Winning at WrestleMania means so much and would have fucked up Bray Wyatt a lot more.
And there's way more exposure for just in general. Way more people at WrestleMania.
I could be fucking remembered ever and a fucking WrestleMania moment, or I could be remembered for a fucking week on TV.
John Cena beating Bray Wyatt, Ultimate Warrior.
I don't think that I would go that far. I feel like it's the threat of the Shield breaking up.
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie. That caught me off guard. Plus 10.
So collectively, that match at like a quarter.
Story, I got to tell you, Dave's done it. The night that Warrior died, I was talking to Dave, and I had a family emergency come up, and I had to go quick. And so I'm like, Dave, I got to go. I was like, okay. And I was like, I'll hit you back. And what, Dave? It was like 4 hours later. I hit Dave back, and the first thing Dave goes is, where the fuck you been? And I'm like, what? And this is how I found out Ultimate Warrior died. Dave Koco accused me of putting me on the Ultimate Warrior.
I feel
all I'm saying is, Martin over there, I was about to say Martin
said, you go, words were, you left us alive when you guys fucking dead.
I'm just putting the pieces together, man. I'm putting the pieces together.
I feel like it's a pretty valid argument. Did you kill Ultimate Warrior? Cause
no.
I saw a bit of a delay.
What hesitation should I tell them? So that match gets a big whopping like quarter of a star.
Didn't happen. Whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
Paige versus Tamina Snuka.
I give that 4 stars.
Oh shit!
I like Paige. She's entertaining to watch.
I love
she
Paige
has
too, but that was probably maybe one of her matches ever.
I blame Tamina, but Paige is hot, so she gets +1 star. So it's a 3-star match, team a 4-star match.
I give it 2 stars.
Wow.
And this is why. They were put in that spot. No one cares about the match before the main event ever.
I cared.
Like, you know this as well as I do, Dave. No one cares about the match before the main. And also, on top of that, they gave them, 5 minutes?
Yeah, they didn't give him enough time, and I think they're nervous. But I can't wait. I'm a really big fan page. I got to see her UK indie stuff. There's actually a documentary about her whole family on YouTube, and she's a really great wrestler for WWE standards. I'd give it a 3 just out of my love for Paige, but I worry.
I feel like it's just that it was mostly that Tamina's not really very good. I don't think Tamina.
Why?
Like I would Lita still around active because I could only imagine that's like a Lita versus that could be, or like a Stratus versus Paige match.
I thought Lita looked back last time she was on a microphone. She didn't stop talking. Oh, you hear music. Where's the music?
I
don't know. I felt like I felt like I was on an award when I too long. I was like, I got a 40-minute Paige rant, and I'm like, I really like Paige and her family in the UK documentary. I hear the music. I'm like, all right. I'm surprised it come out. I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm being Mr. Heat on Mother's Day.
I didn't know you could play you off.
My mother. Do we have
are we going to a commercial break? Are we still on the air?
Yeah.
We still have the mother bumper?
Yeah, somewhere.
We should play
we definitely need to play the mother on Thursday.
I feel like we should close with that.
All right. I'll take Paps.
I already have it.
Okay, well, when you get it, just let me know, because I want it for Dave. He's never heard it.
Yeah, we're going to close with it.
All right. Okay, all right. Listen, next up, WWE World Title Extreme Rules match, Daniel Bryan versus Kane.
I give it like a 3-star just because they drove a forklift and shit like that. No, I give it 2 stars, actually. If they had actually lit him on fire and didn't have 4 fire extinguishers come out and ruin the moment, it would have got more, but I'm giving it like 2.5.
I give it 3.5. It was a good match. There was a couple things with it that I didn't like. I felt like the ending of it was the best. The driving the forklift thing kind of funny. But actually, then when they got out there and he put it up and jumped off the top of it, that was pretty badass. Yeah,
I'm gonna say 3 because I forgot about the jump off of the forklift. That was awesome. The Kane rolling off the forklift was horrible.
The one thing I hate about WWE is they're always like, that's the first time I ever saw this, and you're like, no, you did this. I just hate the fact that fucking in any form of entertainment, if you don't know your history, it's the biggest fucking turn off the world, and I just fucking hate that shit because you're trying to get in the zone. You're trying to be a fan. You're trying to live in their universe. And this had never been done. Yes. I just fucking hate that shit. I wish that they respected their history to do that. I came and Daniel Bryan, so the penalty plus points been out. I'm gonna give 2 and 3/4 stars. Under 3. I don't know.
If they had thumbtacks, though.
I don't know. It's fucking. I just feud over. For WWE, I love long storylines. You don't have to repeat the same shit over and over and over again.
Or I thought it was entertaining.
See,
I felt jumped out of the Fed feud with him. Just like I don't know. Like it felt like they just jumped out of it for a bit to the Evolution feud. And it's like, all right, I get like the Evolution versus Shield is a really cool angle, but I don't know, it felt like the Bryan feud with him wasn't over.
Well,
because we've already seen it for fucking months.
I feel like the Wyatt family, Daniel Bryan feud, need to come back because that was good. Kind of jumped it.
You just like Wyatt.
No, like it was before WrestleMania, but they had a whole gimmick where like Daniel Bryan was converted over to the Wyatt family and all this stuff, and then like Daniel Bryan fought him, and then Kane helped him win that match. Do you remember that?
I just need this fucking feud to be over. Daniel Bryan And the thing is, there's all WWE like defenders that are like, everything is planned. The WrestleMania 30, you fell for it. And I'm like, no, it's not planned. That's planned. Then you planned real shitty stories. I don't fucking. It's just. I wish they respected it. I wish there was a division in WWE.
Show, well, that's what I'd say about the whole show overall. Like, my personal rundown of that show before we rating about WWE. Our Extreme Rules.
All right.
Give your overall opinion of the show. This is mine. First hour or so was bad. I think it's not like the best thing ever. I wouldn't expect it in, like, anything amazing. But I thought the three-way dance was solid. The IC title match was pretty decent. The second hour, Revolution was awesome. Honestly, Cena and Wyatt brought it down. Like, it just made me like, but I don't know. And then, like, the event was okay. I was more excited for it because my son was in love with, he loves Daniel Bryan, so for him it was just like non-stop like excitement. So you know, be excited because the kid was excited. But I don't know, it was better than I expected for just like a one-off show like you. Six-man was awesome. I don't know.
I feel like
I guess
just delete everything but Evolution and the Shield, and I'm happy.
Overall, I give the show. Like, I don't know, 3 and I don't know, 3/4 stars.
I give it 5 stars because it's a good Shield match.
Rob, how's she gonna break down emotionally when the show breaks?
I'm not gonna be happy. Like the fucking week after that, I'm not gonna be a happy guy. Like, I don't even. You watch SmackDown? No, I don't give a shit. They end the Shield. I don't even know what happened after that.
Well, Roman Reigns went on to win this title, and like Dean Ambrose and like Rollins are feuding. You'll be like, hey, you all.
Would just cheer for Roman. Like if they break up, I don't also like everyone, but Roman Reigns is gonna become my favorite wrestler.
I think 6 years from now, 6 years from now, and he's rooting for the 3 members of the Shield, like his favorite athletes in college that went pro.
Yeah.
You're like, I love Roman Reigns. Fuck the rest of
us. All I can imagine is him being that same guy that you see at indie shows wearing like Stone Cold 316 and like DX shirts and stuff. And they're not like newer shirts, they're like shirts that walk back in like 90s.
Wearing a Team 3. I just want to say you described me. As we are talking, I'm wearing a Team 3 shirt. I like clothes. I got a bunch of clothes for free, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna ride this thing out. So Mike. So yeah, I'm wearing a Team 3D shirt. Go fuck yourself.
So what happened overall after Extreme Rules, guys? Didn't the show get beat up?
Yeah, due to green advantage.
I thought like Mark, you're very bad at ball. Like, all right, let's talk about this, and I'm like, all right, this is what I want to say. Next. Like, okay, I'm glad I'm here.
He's like, all the con artist people talk. Fuck Dave.
Oh, hold on. Let me tell you how I do this. I do it because I've experienced working with Josh Farmer, and you'll this Rob's moment because they took a shit on him on their show.
I'm not taking shit on anyone.
They'll sit there and talk about nothing.
No, they don't do that anymore. They've done very well.
It's like nonsense. It's like nonsense. I mean, like
the television have done great.
I really. I feel as the leader of the infantry and my new channel. I am allowed to critique people about talking about thing, and I don't think I'm allowed to critique people for losing their true story. We broke down every single match from WrestleMania, and the Divas match at WrestleMania is a 1-hour YouTube video. So I don't think I'm allowed to tell other shows that talk about nothing or too long.
Okay. All right. What what are we talking about then?
You were gonna
I'm
let
giving
Dave
my
give
fucking
his
opinion on the
fucking
pay-per-view,
opinion.
son of a bitch.
Let's talk about the pay-per-view.
Rob, drive the bus to this.
All right, I'm driving the bus.
I thought
Let's talk about Raw.
I'm raping both of you. That's it. All you do is fucking get on the plane, come to Tokyo bed, and shave your legs. And be a cross-dresser. Because it's fucking going down.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry.
Shut up and let it do it.
That's my fun. I got notes. It's not going to be like you're like, hey, what do you think about Kurt Angle? And like 27 minutes later, I'm like, no, this is my opinion on Kurt Angle. No, I thought this was a pretty decent pay-per-view. I thought going into it was pure shit. They had probably one of the best matches of the year with Evolution and those other guys. And to me, the right guys won almost all the matches. In WWE, it doesn't do that. I was expecting shit and was pleasantly surprised. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Just the simple fact of I was expecting a lot worse.
All right. And
and it loses its thunder. Do you know why it loses its thunder? Because Martin asked me 27 years ago.
all right. Well, we're gonna take a short break so that you can cool down.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
All right, we're back. That's the other guys, asshole. They have a song and everything. So fuck you.
Hold on.
No, we don't get real commercial breaks. It's 2 hours. Make a commitment.
Here, this is a commercial break.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Heroes Haven, located at 4339 Gun Highway in Tampa, Florida. Be sure to check them out at heroeshavencomics.com.
Red hot 2 crackers just cute as the dickens.
There we go.
And then
Wow.
Mother, I love my mother too much. Sorry.
Dave? You're welcome,
Well,
Dave.
no problem. I want to thank any past Mark Broncos and Facebook saying that they're listening. They're part of the inventory, and I hope they're listening with their moms. I hope any past is just sitting there with his mom, so it helps the ratings. I want to say happy moms to all the moms out there. And, you know, it wouldn't be a commercial spot go to Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com. It's where the world comes to cast. You're for combat sports and where it's okay to be a passionate fan. That's it.
now that I'm driving the bus, let's talk about.
Drive the bus, Rob. Hot tag to you.
Well, hold on. Let's let Dave and you rate the pay-per-view. I wasn't
We
thinking.
already
I jumped
did
ahead.
that. We both
No,
already
because
rated it.
Dave didn't get to rate the pay-per-view. He was going to, and I said, let's talk about Raw.
Yeah,
So
no,
Dave,
and then we went back and he did.
No, he didn't.
Dave,
Dude,
didn't you give your opinion on the
I'm a
paper?
punch drunk Marine. Yeah, I said 4 stars.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I said 5 stars because they had a shield match. I don't see what the problem here is, Martin.
It's ADHD, and I don't have any more Adderall.
Jesus.
All right, you sit down, Rob. Drive the bus. Let's see how you do.
I don't know if I'm ready to drive the bus. He's going to jumping out and go, didn't do this yet. Son of a bitch.
Can we kick off our guest / owner of the network?
All right, so there were a couple things that happened. There was the Battle Royal at the start that Sheamus won for the United States Championship. What do you guys think? I thought it was stupid.
I fucking hate Sheamus. I love Sheamus in the independents, but it's one of those things. Sheamus, I was pretty harsh on him on the YouTube. I just think he has so much potential. Instead, he could be a great pro wrestler. Instead, he just looks, I don't want to say sold out. He's just an ass-kissing fucking. He's a WWE wrestler. He used to be a pro wrestler, but now he's a WWE wrestler.
And we only have 20 minutes left, so.
There's a rumor that Sheamus is Triple H's
Yeah, they are. They're lovers. Sheamus denies this, but he denies everything. He's the fucking Pete Rose of goddamn WWE. Everyone else is lying, but not Sheamus. So, yeah, he got his ass whooped by Sin Cara, allegedly. Yoshitatsu got the best of him. And he's a really good wrestler. Chooses not to be because, you know, he can get just kissing ass. And he's what's wrong with pro wrestling. And I've said this a million times. In Ireland, Sheamus means disappointment. He could be so good, and he just chooses not to be. So
Finley's better.
Of course.
All right,
That's
I feel like with our time limitation, we're just going to have to skip past some matches. So we're skipping past all the minor matches that don't matter to the Wyatt family against the Shield.
That match was awesome because the Shield lost.
That match was awesome up until fucking Triple H and all them come out. And I want to know, where's Daniel Bryan with the return favor for when they bailed him out?
He was too scared of Kane. He was out of there. He drove away with fucking
pussy.
Screaming McScreaming.
Fucking pussy.
Well, yeah, he's not looking good right now. But, I mean, Kane is a really scary guy. I fucking hate WWE. But,
I just love that the Shield's been upselling their injuries. Like, they did it all week. Their injuries from, like, being beat up from the pay-per-view and then...
Well, they're old men now.
No, they're not old.
They can't hang with the young guys of Evolution.
You You suck balls.
A lot of people complained about this main event, but I don't know. I thought it was good. I thought the wrestling was good, and I think it did everything by still moving the story along.
What? That's not.
If I had to
event.
pay
That
for
was
this
Raw.
on a pay-per-view, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If I had to pay for this on pay-per-view, the Raw main event, I would have been fucking pissed off. But and it's moving storyline, even though he struck out, they were still protected. So I think they protected all three teams to put on a decent main event. There was a lot of complaint because of the finish, but I'm okay with not paying for it.
My question to Dave. Bob isn't allowed to join this conversation because he's going to be biased.
So you just banned the guy in the bus.
Yeah, he not only did he do that, he took the bus from me.
Who's gonna turn coat first?
No one.
Which for the Shield will be? I feel like it'll be Seth Rollins. It'll be expected.
I think he'll do it with Dean because he's unstable.
I wonder how far they can go with the Shield. Cena times 3.
I would be okay with that. I would 100% be okay with Shield being every pay-per-view the main event.
No, I meant John Cena as in good guys, not cool, and always fucking win and fucking mail it in.
Well, I mean, they should always. They're the Shield.
But to me, I think it's what I would do. I think they're gonna do. There's no facts here, just opinions. I think they're gonna tease a turn for like a long time, and eventually it will happen. But I see it happening for a long time. Like everyone's like, oh, we got to turn on each other. I could be absolutely wrong, but I think they keep together tension, and I don't know. I would love to see them stick together for a real long time. And I'm not just saying that to make Rob happy. It's just thank you. I just like to see a generation of a 3-man team together and through
That's what I'm saying. Like they have a skill. The stable's popular. There's no reason to break them up. You don't have to keep scheduling a goddamn tag match every time you want to put them in a match. You can make them compete separately.
And I'm gonna get off topic. I gotta ask Rob a question. 3 matches for the Shield on SmackDown. How much did you masturbate to SmackDown this week?
I loved SmackDown. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were a lot of losses for the Shield, but they were entertaining. Like, they were selling how injured they were and everything. Not only that, but Mark Henry was great in that match. Like,
yeah, I love
he
Mark.
screamed so much shit talk. And, of course, you turned off SmackDown, jackass.
No, I Rob is not watch SmackDown. Like we read like almost tons of reviews on our YouTube channel, and like you can do a SmackDown review. I'm like, oh, let me have to watch it. Like I'd rather watch. I know this is gonna sound bad. Impact, NXT, Superstars, Main Event. I don't know. There's something about SmackDown. I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't need to see 97 Raw recaps. To me, this SmackDown, Rob's like, oh, 3 members of the Shield. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Don't be fucking with me, Rob. I don't want to watch SmackDown if it's a fucking House of Lies. And then I turned it on. It's like, you know what? Rob's a pretty okay guy.
Dude, I don't like the fucking replays, but like there were actually a lot of good matches to watch.
Well, I told you guys my theory about Main Event, right?
Well, let's repeat it again because this is our first show, so it's all fresh new material.
So they continued some of the Shield and some of the Bray Wyatt, John Cena storyline on Main Event this past week, which makes me think that Vince McMahon not being able to get out of his contract so that he can air Raw and stuff live, but he can still run Main Event live, is able to continue getting viewers on the network and watch a show live that's actually worthwhile. Not that NXT's not, because NXT's awesome, but you get what I'm saying.
I just wish they would make a network rule. We're not going to show a full match fucking replay. That needs to be a rule for all of them. Sorry. Try.
Yeah, and NXT to me is hit or miss. It's either the greatest wrestling show ever in North American history, or it's this week's. This week's NXT was a bit rough. I know they're doing Divas title and stuff, but it was a bit rough, and the Battle Royal. So,
you know what I think needs to happen? I think D'Lo Brown needs to come back and join the Shield because he wears the same gear, and I think that what's it called? I think Sami Zayn needs to get called up.
No. Do you know who they actually should get to join the Shield? The Rock. Just bring Rock back as his character from Fast and the Furious.
I've never heard.
No.
Dude, you want Sting in the Shield? You want Goldberg in the Shield?
Listen, my reason for Sting is flawless, and you know it.
You're trying to get the Shield.
What would be better? What would be better than Evolution just kicking the shit out of the Shield on the ground after like some stupid match, and then the lights go out, and you hear a rope, and then the lights come back on after you hear some dink noises, and all of them are laying down, and Sting's standing there with a baseball bat. What would be more satisfying for Sting fans?
For him just to go away because Sting has sucked since he's been a pro?
You shut up. He's still been great. You run the Shield like I'd run I always dreamed of owning the Orlando Magic, and I would just pick the oldest superstars that I love. Like Shaq, like not even like in the prime, like right now. Like TNT, Shaq, Barkley, Jordan, Pippen, Kemp, Penny Hardaway. Dude, I would be like the worst owner ever, and it would be a freak show. I would be like, you know what? My team would be a dream team. My team would be the dream team. Or NBA Live 96. Like, if you weren't in NBA Live 96, minus Larry Bird and Magic, because I'd bring those two back, you're just not making the roster. People are like, oh, rebuilding it? I'd trade draft picks for, like, Hall of Famers. You could have my first 3 draft picks for the next 7 years. Give me Larry Bird. And they're like, he's retired and he's our coach. No, he's my starting forward now. That's how you're running the Shield. I'm running the Shield like NWO at first. I just want all the people that I like in it, and then it's probably going to go too far.
Dude, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You're making me dislike the Shield.
Wait, no, but seriously, you didn't like the Mark Henry versus Roman Reigns match?
Oh, I did.
Turned it off.
Yeah, you turned it off because you're a jackass. But wasn't that a great match, Dave?
I thought it was. I just want to thank Rob public. I thought this was the best SmackDown I've seen in a real long time. With that said, I haven't watched SmackDown in like 7 years. Dude,
like that Samoan drop fucking was great.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great SmackDown. And I hope that this is the future. I hope that they have more and more SmackDowns. I hope the titles mean something. I would love to be able to watch SmackDown, but like this is how it happens. Go ahead.
I want to see Paul Heyman take over the Shield.
No. You know what I want to see? I want to see you get hit by a bus if you say that again.
My client. See, it's perfect.
No.
Dude, I love Paul Heyman. I have a man crush on Paul Heyman.
Yeah, you'd be terrible for this.
I love Paul Heyman, and I like the Shield, but I agree. It wouldn't match.
My
Paul
client,
Heyman managing
the
Okada.
Shield.
It actually already happened, though.
What, Paul Heyman managing Okada? Send me tape.
No, the Paul Heyman and the Shield. Remember whenever he had Punk, and the Shield were doing shit Punk asked them to do?
Yeah, but not really their manager. He was just a guy giving them money to, like, do shit. I don't think that counts as a manager.
Wait,
I mean,
so
the
are
Shield
you
was
telling
kind of
me...
like the Shield at that time was at the same level as Heyman's maid.
Wait,
Here's some money. Get rid of the dirty.
hold on. Who was this is like a long time ago. I remember from before I quit watching, like way ago. It was these dudes. They'd always be playing like poker in the back room and shit like that.
APA.
Yeah.
APA.
So basically, the Shield did that for a while and then just became a full thing.
They were CM Punk's hot hands for a while.
Man, I missed all the great Shield stories.
Like, Punk was bad guy for a little while, and Heyman was managing him, and he was basically doing shit that they were doing stuff like bitch work for CM Punk pretty much a while.
So you're saying it's completely feasible that Punk would come back as a member of the Shield? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, the storyline is that'd be hard times. Best in the world, champion, hire security guards. Leave, come back, part of your security guards.
I know.
All I'm saying, storyline-wise, it seems like be a step down. Like, hey guys, I hit hard times. Remember when you were my security? You know, I don't see Ted DiBiase. I don't see Ted DiBiase asking Virgil for a job in security.
That'd actually be hilarious, though.
Hard times. My whole thing is, though, like, you want to keep adding people, you don't want a Virgil. I mean, me and Dave Tease, a guy that works on PW Insider, we decided, we went back and watched the NWO when members went, and the member that went way too far was Virgil. You don't want that member that goes too far and it becomes bad.
Dude, Virgil is the coolest, most sad person in the world.
I've only met him once.
Dude, no, listen, I've been to enough conventions because of comics. He doesn't even buy cable anymore. If you won't get invited in to set up, he'll set in the parking lot.
Hard times.
But the great thing in the world is, hold on, I'm sending you a picture of the most amazing thing. Go on, keep talking.
Yeah, I've seen it where he's
You're
alone
gonna
at the
take
con.
No, go on, it's than that.
Now, my favorite Virgil moment, I don't know how we went from the Shield Virgil, I guess you know, but my favorite Virgil moment was when Ted DiBiase, the son, was looking for a Virgil, and he's like, you know who's not too proud to be Virgil. I was like, yes!
But, all right, I have a serious question, though. Have you guys watched
Look in the chat.
Adam Rose wrestle on NXT?
Yes, he could be the Spider-Man character.
Is he actually good? Like, is he actually entertaining?
He's really old and he's not bad. He was a Spider-Man character. He was Leo Kruger before he became Adam Rose. And I like the character, but I let me put it this way. I'm being completely honest. He's not bad, but he's not great. So him being a character probably helps him a lot.
So he's probably on par with Jeff Swagger.
No, Jack Swagger's a really good technical wrestler.
I hate Jack Swagger.
Did you see the image I sent you in Sky Chat there, Dave?
Yeah, the bus is moving forward without Virgil.
Oh my God, I didn't expect Chris Hero. That got the best of me. Oh man, I hate Chris Hero.
I wish he would have been able to come in and be Wyatt. He'd look into Wyatt.
Well, you know, talking about Shield, the internet went in uproar when the first half the Shield came up and helped CM Punk and book in. People were mad because Roman Reigns was in it. There was really strong speculation, rumors that Roman Reigns wasn't supposed to be in the Shield, and it was supposed to be Chris Hero. So
Yeah,
a lot
Hero.
of people were like, fucking range because he kind of just appeared out of nowhere. But you know what? For someone that got hate, he picked the ball and ran with it, and it's been amazing. But sad because Chris Hero now doesn't work for WWE anymore. But yeah, there was really strong rumors that Chris Hero was to be the third member of the Shield.
Roman Reigns the best part of the Shield.
Hero, I don't agree with that at all. Chris Hero, wasn't it like the problem that he just he didn't put on enough weight, or?
It had something to do with working out because he was a great wrestling ring, and just were always pissed off at him because he didn't look like an underwear model. And he said, "Oh, I work out. It's just this is the type of body I have." And what do you mean? Look at Randy Orton. He's El Natural. John Cena's El Natural. And
here, take this needle.
So, it had something to do with his body type, which to me, all right, I'm going to say something that's going to piss off a lot of people. If you look at a fight poster or a pro wrestling poster and go, you know what? Dave Bautista and Randy Orton look better on a poster than Bryan. I'd hate to say this on Mother's Day, but you have an announcement. And it's okay. I think you should get married. I think you should be able to adopt kids. You know, you should be able to do whatever you want.
He's even okay with joining the military.
You can even join the military. You need to tell your grandmother and your mother, not today, but tomorrow. You have an announcement. I have an announcement. I never understood. Like, when I see Fedor or BJ Penn on a poster, I'm not like, you know what? Fuck those guys. They don't fucking look great. I never fucking.
I don't know.
That.
Didn't you say, though, that when you were a kid, you would watch Lex Luger put someone in the torture rack and you weren't sure who was going to finish first, you or the guy?
I actually don't remember saying that, but I do say gay jokes a lot. So
it was something close to that. I remember you said that you used to get turned on watching Lex Luger put people in the torture rack.
I don't know if I said that, but you know what? I'm one of those guys. I have a real short-term memory. I'm going to go with, if you said I said it, I might have said it.
You definitely said it then.
Oh, well, you know, Lex Luger, good-looking guy. Look at him.
This is the best part about what Dave said. Dave, about the poster thing, real quick, about the poster thing you said, how funny is it, how many people have we heard, either on like Florida websites and stuff like that, or a person behind stage that shows, being because someone doesn't look like a wrestler, but they'll stand around like, and there's no shot at anybody in particular, but like I'll use Bruce as an example because he's always like the standard. It's like Bruce Santi's back there putting like fucking like oil or whatever, and you'll have some fucking guy stand talking to you and be like, yeah, you know, Bruce looks pretty fucking good in Speedos, man. Like, looks like a wrestler. Like, do you ever just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think thanks to UFC, MMA, the internet, I think the days of little boys masturbating the Lex Luger are ending. I think
sad times for a young Dave.
Talent gonna go. What's that?
Sad times for a young Dave.
So now you've got the boys masturbating to like Seth Rollins. And
well, yeah,
Roman
but at least you can wrestle. I mean, if you, my whole thing is, you know, if you gotta date you could date the hot chick, that's wonderful, but you really want to date the one with the personality.
And to be fair, no one in the Shield is sitting there doing their matches in just a Speedo.
That is true.
Well, that's you say that because Dean Ambrose, when he was John Moxley, was in a Speedo.
Which is kind of funny because Dean Ambrose Wait, hold on. As the bus driver, I just had to. Isn't Dean Ambrose actually your favorite member of the Shield? And the one you hope gets the furthest? Are you hoping he'll get his own solo career so you could see return of the Speedo?
Yeah.
You know who really loves Dean Ambrose? And I don't know why this is how I'm ending the show.
Mark.
Welcome to K-5. You know who loves Dean Ambrose, like, to the point of obsession? Girls on Tumblr. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm a straight man that's been married way too long, so I don't know exactly what's good looking. But if I imagine, I'd be like, oh, John Cena, Randy Orton's good looking. But then you go on like Tumblr, and there's like thousands of girls going, oh, Dean Ambrose is the hottest human being alive. And I'm like, really? Didn't see that one coming. So even if I was gay, I wouldn't know who's good looking and not.
Chicks like winners.
I guess so.
The Shield won.
That would explain why we're here. And he's there.
So the thing about the thing I was gonna say though is didn't because you watch more ROH than I do, Dave. Didn't Tyler Black, Seth Rollins didn't have Speedos too when he wrestled?
Yes, but I can't believe this conversation has gone this long. Drive the bus somewhere else, for the love of God.
Martin keeps bringing the bus back here. I can't keep the bus where I need to go. He really wants to talk about dudes in the Shield and Tito's.
Take it home.
No wonder you want it to end so bad. What do we take it home?
All right, hold on.
We still got 3 minutes.
I want to plug my website. I want to plug my website and thank people. Hey, Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com. Jerry and Pablo are multi-year amazing things. I want to thank Andy Paps and Mark Ramos has messaged me on Facebook saying they're listening, and I hope they'll listen with moms. Happy Mother's Day. I just wanted to get that out because I don't know how much left and how this is going to end. But if it's as rocky as the beginning, I might not be able to say Kocosports.com.
Tomorrow is going to be Death to Fanboy.
Coco has to plug tomorrow's show. It's his show.
Oh, yeah, Coco, you got
to
you gotta tell him tomorrow's Death to Fanboys at 9 p.m.
I love how both of these are driving the bus and throwing me under. What's the show? Oh, that's this boy. Actually, know that guy.
Yeah,
I know
Death
that guy.
Fanboys at 9 p.m.
Death to Fanboys is my favorite podcast I never listened to. This son of a bitch goes on Monday nights against Raw.
Yeah. This is probably the one audience, I feel like the fan base for Kev will never be like, you know what I need to do tonight? I need to turn off Raw.
Oh my God, the countdown's back! You scared the hell out of me, Terminator, hot punk girl. Can anyone else hear that? Are we the only ones that can hear that?
Yeah, only we hear it. It's so cool.
Let me tell you, dude, we only got 90 seconds. Dude, it's the scariest shit in the world. It's just like the most Terminator robot voice ever. Like 90 seconds. You're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I have to argue against that. It's a gentle sounding female voice that does it, and you're making it's like 60 seconds, and he's like, it's the terrifying thing in the world. Are you afraid of British women? I love British women, and according to everyone that lives in Britain, that's a country. Everyone that lives there says that everyone looks like Alicia Fox, and if everyone looks like Alicia Fox,
I want to go there.
I'm moving there now. Alicia Fox is the hottest human being alive.
I don't know about hottest human being alive. I feel like there are more human beings I could show you. But you know what? We have 20 seconds left. So I'm good. Kocosports really stands for Kocosports comes to that.
Okay, great. Wait, let's let just Dave out now. Ready?
No! And with that, I am over. I even got my catch there. Way to go. Are we off the air? Is that it?